Today we're going to continue to build our roulette table. So let me show you what I have so far. I have a timer control over here. I can put the time that I want the number to appear. So let's say I put 5 for 5 seconds. I press the button, and after 5 seconds, the winning number will appear, which is 9. So 9 is red on the roulette table. The winning number will always appear green. So here's 9 in green. And then all the numbers that will be winning numbers will appear here at the bottom. Then we have our code number. So 9 was a winning number, so it's not going to be a code number. Now, if 9 shows up again, it's going to show up in the hot number section. So let me get another winning number. So 18, see, 18, it shows up in green. I'm keep pressing this to show you. We can get some hot numbers here. So right there, 18 is a hot number because it shows up twice as a winning number. I can change the background color from dark green to dark purple or golden yellow. I could place a bet. So I could enter, let's say, $1 for the amount. Let's say I want to do a single number bet. And I want to place this chip on the number 1. So when I do that, it shows up here on the roulette table. So I'm going to continue to build this out. If you have any comments or suggestions, just put it in the chat and I'll take a look at it. So now I have this place where I can place a bet. I need to continue to build this. What I want to do is make this rectangle transparent so you can still see the roulette table through it. So I'm going to select the rectangle. And go to custom and change the transparency from 100 to say 75. That way I could see where the chip is being placed on the board. Let me just move this down so you can see it. Like that. So I choose one, see how the chip moves. I don't have all the other numbers configured, so I need to do that. So 1, 4, and that should be 7. 7 works. All right, so I'm going to show you how I was able to move this chip. So I selected the chip. It's not showing. Sometimes I have to click away. All right, so the chip is on, it's at 382 for the Y. Not showing X. Okay. So it's at 382 for Y. So what does that mean? So that means that the bottom row, all these numbers should have a number of 382 for Y. You see something here? Oh, I didn't mean to move it. Okay. Here we go. This is what I was trying to get to. All right. So I have the chip selected, right? Now it's looking at, if we go back to when I placed the bet, it's looking at that drop down. This drop down here. So if I select single number bet, the chip is looking at that selection. Right? So it's looking at that drop down, single number bet, and then it's looking at the radio selection. So if I chose 1, I'm going to pick 1, place the chip on the 1 on the roulette table. It's going to move the chip at 347 on the X. So these are the X 347, 347, 410, 475. So I need to find the rest of the X values, the rest of the numbers. So now I do have the Y values, so let me see what the Y values are. Shown 382. So if it's 1, it's going to be 387. 387 for 1. 2 is going to be 327. 3 is 270. 4 is 387. All right, so 1, 4, 7. They all have the same number. 10, same number. 13. 16. 19. 22. 25. 28. 31. Now these are the bottom numbers. And 34. Now 2, 5, 8, 11. Let's go back up. 2, 5, 8, 11. It's 14. What else is in that middle? 17, 20, 23. It's 26 is next. Yep. 26, 29, 32. 26, 29, 32, and 35. 3, 6, 9, and 12. Have a Y of 270. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, I think. Yeah. So let's see what we have. Where's, where'd it go over here? Uh, got some kind of error. There you go. You got a comma after each number. And close parentheses. Now what? All right, so let me go to this one. Yeah. So I got that's the label. I'm going to copy that code for the label and paste it for the position for the chip. So that was for Y. Oh, what is that here? For those that are joining, I'm just trying to move the chip in the right location on the board. So I'll show you what I have. So right now it's on where the 9 is on the roulette table. So I'm going to place a bet. So I have 9 right here selected. Now if I choose 1, you see how the chip moves to the 1 location on the board. So that's what I'm doing now, making sure I have all the placements for the chip on the board. See, I chose 2. it moves the chip to um, over the 2 area. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to work on 10, 11. Okay. So I need to work on those. So I think I have the Y. I think I have the Y. I just need to work on the X. It's not showing the X for some reason. Okay. I know it's there because it's moving it. It's not showing the X. All right, we'll come back to that. Let me look at this again. So you got 1. So I can enter a different amount. Just say 4. So it puts a $4 chip in the 1 position. There's 2. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is where it goes wrong. So 10 needs to be right here. You see, let me look at the other numbers. 11's wrong, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, okay. If you have any questions, just put it in the chat, or any suggestions on how I could make this even better than what it looks. Here's a question. So I'm using Dataverse for this one. No, I'm using SharePoint. Um, let me show you. Um, hold on a second. Let me go back. I'm gonna show you my SharePoint list. I gotta log in first. So I have a SharePoint list that has 3 columns. Let me go here. Let me share my screen so you can see it. All right, so I have a test site. Now I could easily have used Dataverse. It doesn't really matter. So I have a roulette SharePoint list. It has 3 columns: a top row, middle row, and bottom row. So the top row has these numbers on the roulette table: 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. Middle row has these numbers. Bottom row has these numbers, right? So I'm going to go back to Power Apps. All right. So if we look at this, if I click on the roulette table itself, let me click on the whole thing. If I go to data, it's got that roulette SharePoint list, right? Now each one of these is looking at the individual columns on that SharePoint list. So this first one, see right here, this item dot top row, and then we have this item dot middle row, and this item, it should say this item dot bottom. I don't know why it says that. Um, so that's how I created this roulette table by that SharePoint list, listing out all the numbers. And I'm going to show you how I created the winning number. So if I select this right here, now you see it says, I'm going to zoom in. It says last in the collection called roulette collection dot winning numbers. So I have a collection here called winning numbers. Every time I press this timer, it gives me a different winning number. So the winning number right now is 21. And all the past winning numbers show up here. All right, so this is just picking up the last winning number. Now, if I click on the timer button and I'm go to the on timer end event, right? This is where it's actually it's generating the random number. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see. All right, so I have a variable called counter, right? So it's counting. Um, it's going to I'm going to use that counter uh, and place that value in the spin number column. Now, the spin number column is actually 2 columns here: a spin number and a winning number. So the winning number generates the random numbers here. 1 through 36. That's what it's doing here. So it's using a shuffle function. I don't know if you ever used that in Power Apps, but you can generate random numbers from wherever range you want. And then once I'm doing that, so it also creates another collection. Now these are cold numbers. So I got cold numbers and I have hot numbers. So I don't know if you ever played roulette, but a hot number would be a number that appears more than once for your past winning number. So this 18 shows up twice here. So that's why it's a hot number. And since it's a hot number, obviously it's not a cold number. So that's why it's excluded from the cold number. All the cold numbers have not been a winning number. So that's why they're cold. It says, I think you can also add a counter so you know how many are playing via text function. You can also add a counter so you know how many are playing via text function. So right now, this is only like a one-person game, but eventually I'm going to have, more than one person can play. I haven't set that up yet. Um, so let me continue to, and I love these ideas. Keep typing away. I'm going to continue to um, make sure that the chip is placed on the selected number. So I think when I got to 10, that's when it failed. So 9 shows up here. Yeah, so 10 is wrong. So let me look at what 9 is showing. I'll continue to look at the chat to see if you have any ideas. But I'm going to go on here. All right, so, and also, I have this background color selection. What I'm going to do is at the end, I'm going to create another screen that allows you to customize anything you want. So I'm going to take this, move this, and put it on that other screen. But for right now, it's here. All right, so I'm going to look at this 9. See, I don't know why the X doesn't show up. It's obviously there, but it's not showing here. So the Y I have the 9 at 270. So the 10 is at 387. Is that right? No, that's not right. The 2 is correct. 2 is at 270. That's what it should be. No, it should be at 1. Yeah, 387. Yeah, that's right. 387. Because 10 is on the same, it's on the bottom row with 1. So 1 is correct. 10 is at 1080, 387. I just need, so the X that needs to be fixed on the 10. I can't see it because it's not shown. So I'm just going to redo it. All right. Okay. So I didn't show you one other thing. So the way I was able to get the winning number to show up green on the roulette table, um, is it fill? No, I think it's in the fill property. Yeah, right here. All right, so I selected, the top row. All right, so look at this right here. So it says if this item dot top row value, the text input 1. Now that text input 1 is this item, is this object right here. Okay, so it's saying that if if that value um, if that value uh, matches um, a value in the top row. So it's saying if this number matches um, a value in this top row, then turn that value that's in the top row to green. So I'm doing that on the top row, and I'm also doing that, on the middle row. It's the same code, right? Same thing, middle row, and I have a list of all the middle row numbers. So anytime that value matches here, it matches on the board, it's going to turn that number to green. So 26 is here. So it found 26 on the board and it turned it to green. Um, all right, so I'm going to, I need to fix the X. It doesn't show it. Okay, all right, that's fine. I want to show you one more thing. Let me see. Yeah, I think I have it. Let me show you something. Uh, Here we are. All right. So you can see this. This is how I'm able to I'm going to fill this table out. But I was able to identify, now this is just on my roulette table. I was able to identify the placement of where the chip needs to go um, when a person is selecting a single bet, or a single number. So if they choose 1, the chip needs to be at this location. So it could be placed on right above the number 1 on the roulette table. So this is what I'm creating right now. Let me go back. And I'm going to also be creating more games. This is just the first. Um, I was thinking about creating. I don't know if you ever heard of a game in the '80s called Press Your Luck. So Press Your Luck was a game. You kind of do like, it's sort of similar. You have random prizes and money that you can win, but you also can land on a whammy. So that's what that Press Your Luck is. I could build that out in Power Apps as well. So be looking out for that in the next, probably in the next couple of weeks. I'll have a preview of how to build that. All right. And where are you all coming from, by the way? Just let me know in the chat where you all from. So create. It's a shame that I can't see the X values. It's wild. All right. Okay. I'm going to put it in anyway. I know these are not the right X values, but I have to put something in here. I'm going to switch these out. All right, so I got to look at my table. So 1, 2, and 3 have an X value of 347. And what I'm talking about is right here. 1, 2, and 3, they all have the same X value. So 4, 5, and 6 will have the same X value, and so on. All right. So let me see. I'm going to just guess to see what. No, I don't want to move it because it's going to throw off the whole thing. I think I have 6. Let me see. Yeah, 6 is 4, 5, and 6 is 410. All right. 7, 8, and 9 are at 475. All right, here we go. Now, I have 10. 10, 11, 12 are at 541. All right, now we have to do some math. All right. All right, so what is 541 minus 475? 66. So I need to add 66 each time. So it's 541 plus 66. 607. All right. So this is 607. I'm just going to put add 66. All right, so that's 13, 14, and 15. So you add 66, we're going to get 673. All right. 673. And then we'll have what? 673 plus 66, 739. For 27, 30, and 33. Let me change this. Let me just test this first before we go further. All right. Put it on 10. Nope, 10 is still not right. Now 4 is wrong. So I need to do some more work on this.